What's up, guys? Caleb here from Team Almara. And today we're going to be learning a B-twist. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before I move into any in-depth kind of stuff, I'm just going to show you how the B-twist looks. Alright guys, so maybe not everyone would agree with me on this, but in my opinion, the butterfly twist, also known as the B-twist, should probably be the first, or at least one of the first moves you learn for twisting on ground. It only involves one twist, and it doesn't involve a flip with a twist. So learning this move can really help with things like the cork, which involve a twist and a flip and a full. So with that being said, if you are watching this, I'm assuming you are probably more of a beginner to twisting on ground. So just to be safe, just for learning purposes, so you don't fall on your back or your knees, I would just grab maybe a mattress or just any soft kind of surface to put on the ground. If you don't have a soft surface, that is completely fine. You can just do it without one. It just might not feel good if you land on your knees or your back. And I would not wear pants that you guys don't want to get dirty, because your knees are probably going to get dirty if you do this. But yeah, that's just a safety thing. Again, if you don't have a mat, that's completely fine. I would recommend one, but if you don't, it's totally okay. Okay, so the first thing you need to know for a B-twist, and in any twisting flip in general, is which shoulder you're going to twist over. If you're twisting over your left shoulder, that means that you're leading with your left shoulder, twisting all the way around and landing on your left side. That's the way I did. If you want to go to your right shoulder, that means you're leading with your right shoulder, turning and landing on your right side. A way to figure this out is by doing a 360 in the air to both sides. 360 is where you jump and you spin all the way around. If first you do it to your left side, just like that, then you do it to your right side. Whichever side feels the most comfortable to you is the side you want to flip over your shoulder. I flip over my left. I twist over my left. If you want to twist over your right and that feels the most comfortable to you, just do everything I do but on the opposite side. Okay, so once you picked a shoulder or a side to twist to, you can start learning the run-up to your flip. The run-up is basically what you do before your flip and your footing. And I know this sounds really easy, but this is actually something that most people do struggle with. What a lot of people do wrong is they don't know where to put their feet. So they just run up, stop, and then flip, because they don't know what to do, and it's very, very awkward. So there are two ways you can run up into the B-twist. There is the tricking way, which is the way I do it, and the gymnastics way, which still works too. First, I'll show you the gymnastics way. It is where you run up to your flip, and you basically do like a, kind of like a hop step, just like one after the other. So they run up, they go 1, 2, and then flip. Remember, if you're doing it to your right shoulder, you want to run and hop step with your right shoulder facing forward. If you're twisting towards your left shoulder, you want to run, hop step to your left shoulder facing forward. So whatever shoulder you're going to twist to, you want facing forward. Now for the hop step, when you're running normally into it, if you're flipping towards your left shoulder or your right shoulder, you want your back foot to plant first. So when you're running, you want your back foot, then front foot, then flip. What a lot of people struggle with for this is they run and then they slow down. They go here, bang, and stop. They hesitate. You can't hesitate. If you hesitate, you won't get enough height and you won't get enough power. So it's just running up, hop step, and go. Okay? One more time in slow motion. Remember, if you're doing it to your right shoulder, come here, hop step the other way and twist, okay? So, run up, hop step, and go, okay? One more time in fast motion. Run up, hop step, and go. That's the first way. Okay, so the second way, the second run-up that you can do for your B-twist is called the tricking way. This is actually the way that I like to use. It's a little bit more complicated, so when I do it, follow me step by step as I do it. It'll be a little easier. So first I'll show you how it looks. And then you throw it. So once again, follow me step by step. It'll help a lot more. So your first step, if you're twisting towards your left shoulder, you want your left foot to step first. So your same flipping side leg, you want to step first. Remember, if you're flipping to your right side, do the opposite as me. Okay. So you want to step your flipping side leg first, and you want it to face directly where you're going to flip. Now your second step is going to be your non-flipping leg coming, and you're actually going to pivot this foot so that this foot faces the same way as this foot. Both legs always face the same way. So you come here, you step around, so now you're both pivoting, facing to the side of where you're going to flip. Now basically what you want to create is you want to create this look to behind me. Sorry, someone's mowing their lawn, but you want to face this way, but face that way. So this same thing, but facing the opposite way. Okay, so you come here, bang, this next foot is going to come around, but instead of pivoting like you did before, it's going to be kind of a hop. So, bang. So this foot, what a lot of people do wrong is they come here and they pivot this foot, and then they think, oh, I just pivot that foot around. But then they don't have enough power. To get as much power as you need, as much power as you can out of this, you want to come here, like I said before. This first one, you do want to pivot, but then on the second one, you want to kind of hop that way. So don't pivot. Watch this leg. Come here, around, hop. Kind of just comes up, hops around, okay, to get around. Instead of a pivot, hop around. So you come here, pivot, hop, and then once you're here, you're going to send it. What a lot of people do is they're just here and then they just throw it. You want to dip so that your elbow is right above your knee. You want your elbow to basically skate right over the top of your lead leg kneecap. You want to come down. Then when you send it, you want to turn your chest so that you're facing forward. Okay, so that you're facing basically to the side of where you're going to flip. A lot of people just do that. If you don't turn your chest, you can still send it, but what a lot of people do wrong is they keep their chest here, and then they end up drifting to that side. You want to come here, down low, turn your chest, jump up. As you're in the air, you want to bring this arm almost like you're punching the air, like a huge hook. Huge hook, up and down, so you're punching through. So come here, down, up, face, punch, and then you send it, okay? So one more time in slow-mo, so step, pivot, hop, punch, okay? Now with that switch. Boom. And one note that you can't see in slow motion, I jump and then punch. So I don't punch and jump, I jump and then punch, okay? So watch for that one more time. So that's a very important key. Here, down. Even I myself in that sometimes. And if you don't come down, if you just come half step, you just come across, you'll be able to get over, but what a lot of people happen is they land on their knee, kind of on their hip, and that won't feel very good. So here, down, and punch. Okay, so after you've picked your run-up, and if you haven't, that's okay. This will really help you decide what run-up feels more comfortable for you. The tricking one that I do is a little bit more complicated, but if you learn it, I would recommend that one because you get a lot more power, but the gymnastics run-up way is totally fine as well. So this is really going to help you decide on what run-up you want, and if you've already decided, this is still really going to help you get the feel down so you can really kind of get the feel of what a B-twist B-twist kind of feels like, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to do whatever run-up you want, okay? And as you do the run-up, kind of like you're going to send a B-twist, you're just going to do the 360 that we did before, okay? You can't just run up and do a normal 360 like that. That'll help, but it doesn't teach you how to punch and really get that power. So when you run up for that B-twist, or for the 360, in a B-twist, like I said, you really punch and spin fast. That's what I want you to do when you do the 360. You run up any way you want. Either way, you'll be facing this way. And for the 360, I want you to bring your hips back, and I want you to just punch as hard as you can for your 360. So you come up, punch as hard as you can, and try to spin around as fast as you possibly can. So I'll show both run-ups. So I'll show the gymnastics run-up. Just like that. And I'll show the tricking run-up. So that's very important if you want to get the feel down for a B-twist. When you do that, punch as hard as you can for the 360. Okay, so probably the last drill I'm going to have you do is I want you to run up, do whatever run up you want, and then I want you to do basically a barrel roll on the mat, because that's basically a B-twist just on the ground. Okay, so I want you to do whatever run up you want. Here, punch, and barrel roll, okay? What a lot of people do, I don't want you to come here and then do like a shoulder roll, because that's nothing like a B-twist. It's more of like a over-the-shoulder front flip. I want you to come here, do a run-up, and then you don't have to punch so much on this one because that was the feel of the 360. But the barrel roll is you're facing this way and your legs are behind you. And you roll like that. What this will do, like the 360 helped you understand the punching motion and really punching so you can get a fast rotation. This drill will help you with getting the feel of your hips coming over your head and you seeing the sky. Because a lot of people, what happens is they just do 360s, where in the 360, you're punching and you're rotating, but you can see the ground the entire time. You can't see the ground the entire time in a B-twist. So what happens is they send it, and then all of a sudden when they leave the ground and they see the sky, they freak out because they don't know that feeling, and they end up bailing and falling on their back. So this will really help you with getting the feeling of your hips coming over your head and you seeing the sky, so you don't bail when you do the B-twist, okay? One more time, do whatever. Barrel. Okay? Do that a couple times. Make sure your hips are behind you like an actual B-twist, otherwise it's just a forward roll. So yeah, do that for a couple times and that'll really help you get that feeling down so you don't freak out when you do the B-twist, that you already know that feeling. Now that we've learned what side we're gonna flip to, the run-up that we like, we've done the 360s so that we can get the feeling of punching and rotating fast, and the barrel roll, which got you to understand the feeling of your hips coming over your head and you not seeing the ground the entire time. We're going to use all of that to come up and full send the B-twist. What the B-twist really is it's basically, B-twist is basically the barrel roll in the air. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine there is a table, there is like a surface above this mat, above the ground, that you're coming and you're doing a barrel roll onto, okay? That's what I want you to imagine. But instead of just going into the B-twist right away, where you're literally horizontal in the air, and you do a full rotation, we're gonna try and ease into it to get over that fear factor, because it's still a little scary. You still haven't fully gotten that feeling yet. We're gonna do that 360, but each time, you can start with the normal 360, but each time I want you to bring your hips a little higher. In your brain, this might not make sense, but when you do the 360, just think hips high, okay? So you can start with the normal 360, okay? Now you think, okay, I got that down. Sorry for the long one. But now that you got that down, you want to just bring your hips, it's still not a B twist, but you want to bring your hips a tiny bit higher. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference. I went from here to my hips higher. That's almost a B twist. So literally all you do is think 360, hips higher. Now that I just did that, I don't want to think B twist because that'll freak you out. Just think, okay, hips a tiny bit higher. Okay, and you get closer and closer. Now you're ready. A lot of people get stuck on that part, and this is where it comes in. You can't drain out all the fear. There's going to be some fear there, but you know you have it. Once you punch and you full send it, the only way you're going to get hurt is if you don't full send it, if you bail, okay? So this is the time where you can full send. You've done all the drills that I've showed. You're really close because you did 360 and you brought your hips a little higher, which is basically a B twist. That's basically a B twist. Okay? Now it's just time to bring your hips a little higher and full send it. If you're struggling with full sending it, you can send it, but start a little lower so that you land on your knees. Okay? I would recommend just trying to full send it first because that will really help you. Just go for it. But I know I used to be like this too, where you're so scared you can't do it. This really helped me when I used to be very scared of flips. Come like you're doing a B twist. You're doing a B twist right here, but instead of coming up, just stay maybe a little down so that when you flip, you land on your knees. You don't want to be lower, you land on your back. Just maybe start a little lower and land on your knees. Just kind of like that, like a half roll. So you roll, but you still land on your hip. Now get a little higher. Okay? See how I did that? I did a half roll. I went a little higher, and that was basically a B twist. It was a B twist, but I put my hands down. Now you just got to full commit. You already committed. You just got to not be scared of putting your hands down. You just got to send it. Don't let those negative thoughts come right before you flip. So what happens is people are like, okay, I'm ready. They do the flip, bang, negative, negative, negative. Right before they flip, they think negative thoughts and they don't send it. Block out all of that in your brain and just be confident in what you've done, okay? Bang. You got your B twist. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial for a B twist. Remember, once you land that a couple times on the mat, you can just remove it and send it on grass. It'll be fine. If you want to check out any other tutorials on our channel, we've got tutorials for flips on grass. We've got parkour tutorials. We've got trampoline tutorials, anything. So yeah, check us out if you want more tutorials. We post tutorials, edits, games of flip, which is horse with flips. If we get together as a group, we'll post group videos, like highlights of that, like cool flips that people have landed. And just keep training, don't bail, and full send.